let's have a little story time chat. A few months ago, I met a content creator by the name of Patrice. You can look up her channel. It is called Craftable Things. Well, on Patrice's channel, she loves to do a lot of bling, also known as rhinestones. And when I met Patrice, she also introduced me to Eve. Eve is the rhinestone supplier. And in that time, I also had a chance to meet Marilyn. Marilyn also loves to do bling and a lot of crafts on her channel. Well, a couple of weeks ago, Patrice and Marilyn were working together during a live tutorial on YouTube, and they were working with a file that just said rated E for extra. When I saw that file, I knew I needed to see it up closer because, in case you didn't know, I am the head of the unofficial research department. And as the head of the unofficial research department, I knew I needed a chance to work with the file up close. I reached out to Patrice and she said, say no more, let me get you in contact with the right person. She got me in contact with the right person. Marilyn reached out to me, and the rest, as they say, is history. So, hello everyone, welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. In today's tutorial, we are going to be doing a little bit of research on that file that Marilyn sent to me. If you are interested in purchasing the file, you can head over to her Etsy shop, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. You can head over to her Etsy shop. You can see all the files she has, including this one that says rated E for extra. And now that you see it, you can see why I had to have an opportunity to see it up close. I love it already. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that. Spoiler alert, I love it. Well, we are going to go through the full tutorial. I'm going to show you all the things. I'm going to show you the materials, and I'm going to take you through using this file step by step. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's get started. The materials I'm going to use for this project include these rhinestones that are SS10. I purchased these from Eve at the Baby's Booty. The link to her store is below the video. She does have a buy-in that starts June 30th. Okay, the colors that I'm using are Jonquil AB and Aurum Dorado. I'm using a Teflon sheet, chopping mats that come in a 2-pack. I purchased these from Dollar Tree. I will have a link below the video to purchase 10 packs because you can purchase them that way online. I'm using a purple strong grip mat. You do not have to use a purple strong grip mat. That's the one I prefer. I'm using a trim painter. You can purchase this locally or you can get it on Amazon. I'm using a wax pen. This was also purchased on Amazon. This is KTM Mask. It's the transfer tape that will transfer the rhinestones from the flock to the shirt. This is a special type of transfer tape. I am not sure if you can use regular transfer tape. I have not tried it and I don't plan to. This is flock. This is rhinestone flock. If it is out of stock in most places, I do know the last time I checked, it was in stock at Atlanta Vinyl. I will leave a link below for that. And I'll be using a black Gildan medium t-shirt, and I will be using a heat press. Okay, and the machine that I will be connected to is my Cricut Explore Air 2. All right, without further ado, let's get started. If you are interested in getting this rated E template, all you have to do is head on over to Etsy, to Marilyn's Etsy shop, and it is Marilyn's Merce, M-E-R-C, no H, so it's not merch. All right, so if you scroll down, you'll be able to see all of the files that she has available, and you'll be able to make your selection there if you're not just interested in this file, but all of the files that she has available. and I'm sure you won't be disappointed. So now let's head over to Cricut Design Space. I am in Cricut Design Space and I am connected to my Cricut Explore Air 2. And the first thing I'm going to do is upload the file that I was just showing you from Marilyn's Etsy shop. I'm going to click upload. I do not have the file saved in a folder. I just have it saved in my downloads. I'm going to click on the file. I'm going to click open. And I am going to just pay attention to the size of the file. So if you look right here at the top right where it says image name, it says Rhinestones rated E second version, and it says 10SS. So remember, I'm using 10SS or SS10 Rhinestones. The size of the file is 9.989 in width by 11.410 in height. And I love the fact that Marilyn added the size of the file and that she does that every single time so that when you upload a file or when you purchase a file from her site, you're not having to wonder about what size it is because it's already included in the name. Okay, so I'm going to click upload. Now, if you are not sure that you will remember those numbers, you might take a picture of that, or you might just jot the size down so that once you get into Cricut Design Space on the canvas that you don't make any changes. So right here, I'm going to click on the file and I'm going to add it to my canvas. Now, for me, Cricut Design Space has been a little bit sensitive lately, so I am definitely going to caution you to be very careful. All right, so I'm looking at the size right here at the top. I can see the width is 9.989 and the height is 11.41, which is the same thing as 11.410. I'm going to bring the view down on my screen just for a second. Now, let's just say, for example, I brought the file in. I love it. It's the perfect size. It looks great. It is exactly what I wanted. If I were ready to click make it and I did not check it at all, like I didn't do anything over here to double check the file, let's just say I went ahead and I clicked make it. Let's see what would happen. Okay. Do you see that the file is all separated? So this is the first mat and these are just random letters, and then this is the second mat and these are random letters. The reason why that happened is because those letters are not attached. Right now, if I just click on this file, I can see that it is grouped, and the reason why I know it's grouped because I have the option to ungroup it. Okay, so what I would need to do is make a decision about how I want to use the file. Do I want this outer border to be one color and then this inner part to be one color? Do I want rated and 4 extra to be one color and then the border to be a different? Like, you have a choice in the matter when you're using this file, which is fantastic. Okay, so what I have decided is that I want everything on the inside to be one color, and I want the border to be a different color. Okay, I think actually I want rated and 4 extra to be one color, and then the E will match the border. So what I'm going to do is go over here to my layers panel. Okay, let me look. Let's ungroup this first. I'm going to click ungroup. I'm making sure that I did not make any changes to the size of the file. Like, the width is still the same and the height is still the same. I'm going to go over here to my layers panel. The layers panel is everything, and if you don't really pay attention to what's going on in the layers panel, you can make mistakes very easily. So what I'm going to do is click on that E, and I'm going to hold my shift key and I'm going to click on that border, and I am going to attach that. Okay, so now that's one layer. So if I want to move that out, I can do that. Okay, and then what I can do over here, just because Cricut Design Space is just being so sensitive lately, I can select all of that and I can attach it. Now, if I were to click make it, these letters would stay in the exact right order. Okay, so now let's do that. I'm going to click make it. Okay, so I have one mat that will be my my E, and then I have my second mat, which will be rated and 4 extra. Now I could really put this all on one mat, but I am not going to do that. I'm going to cut them separately. I'm going to go ahead and click continue. Okay, and my Cricut is connected by Bluetooth. I am going to use, let's see the options, because what I started using was the flocked material. Let's see what options they have in here. If there are anything, let's see if I click on right. No, nothing. Okay, let's see if I click on flocked paper. Okay, that is the setting I'm going to use. I'm going to, let me see what the material setting is for flocked paper on my Cricut Explore Air 2. Okay, let's see what that cut setting and the cut pressure will look like, because that's important. All right, so right here, if I look, the cut setting for flocked paper is at 249, and it is not a multi-cut. That means it's just going to go around those holes, cut those holes one time. Okay, I think there is another setting. Let's see. I think that was it. Let me double check and see what the setting is for flocked paper. Let me click done, and let me cancel this for 1 second. I'm going to cancel this cut. I'm going to click cancel. I'm going to go here to look at manage custom materials, and I want to just double check and see what the cut setting is for my Cricut Maker with the flock paper setting. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down and double check that cut, because it's not always the same. Okay, so if I look right here for flocked paper on my Cricut Maker, the setting is at 299, and it's set to go around those the flock 2 times. So what I'm going to do is actually make my Cricut Explore Air 2 match that. Okay, and heavy cardstock is at 282. Okay, it's very interesting. All right, I am going to switch machines, and I'm going to select my Cricut Explore Air 2, and I am going to edit that cut. That flocked paper, I am going to change. I'm going to click edit, and I am going to go up to 299. I can slide this. And I want this to go around and cut twice. I'm going to click save. All right, so now those 2 settings match. Okay, and now I am ready to click make it. Still connected to my Cricut Explore Air 2. I'm going to click continue. Okay, and I am going to browse, and I'm going to search for flocked paper. And I'm going to click done, and I am going to use it on default pressure, and I am going to get my my mats loaded, and everything that I'll do from here will be back on the camera. I'm going to remove the cover from the mat and get my flock, and I'm just going to place it face up on the mat. Now, I did not mention a brayer, but I will be using a brayer. And I want to make sure that I have this on straight enough. We do not want to waste any flock. rotary cutter. Okay. All right, let's get this loaded into the Cricut Explore Air 2 and we will get this cut out. Okay, so this took a while to cut it with those cut settings, but let's see if it worked. So I see 1, 2 dots right there that didn't come out, and I don't like to wait to take mine out. I like to get them out right away because I don't want to miss them later. That's just me. It's a me thing. Since this is bigger than this chopping mat, I'm just going to use the back of a Cricut cutting mat. And I can move it at a later time. All right, I can double check, see if I got all of them. I think I did. I think I did. All right, now it's time to start brushing in the stones. So I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do Arm Dorado as my outline, and I'll do the Jonquil AB for the rated and extra. So Arm Dorado for the outside. So I'm going to pour a generous amount. I'm gonna close this up and move it to the side, grab my brush, and start to brush in the stones. So you want to, Patrice taught me that you want to use a circular motion for this. I'm gonna speed this part up. My daughter is going to help me start to remove this flock, but there is so much excess in here that I can cut away. So I'm going to cut it away so she can start to help me with this. And I got this little knife today, this little comfort grip, comfort grip knife. It's not the right name for it, but I'm going to be using this and I'm going to cut away the excess flock because flock is expensive and it doesn't make sense to waste one single bit of it. Okay, she's going to help me with that, and now I can put this extra flock away. Now I have my first set of stones brushed in, and trust me when I say when you think it looks good, it's better to either have a second opinion or like take a picture with your phone and blow the picture up so you can get a good look at it, or just look at it with your phone to make sure that you don't have any doubles or that any of your stones are not upside down. Okay, because the next part is the transfer tape after you have them all in place, and you definitely don't want to make the mistake of having any doubles. So I'm just double checking. My phone is telling me to clean the lens. I'm not going to do it. I will not be bullied into cleaning my phone, my lens. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the shirt that I'm planning to place this on. Let me carefully, very carefully move that. Let me also put this band back on here because this really does protect it in case these were to fall. I had that happen one time and I picked up every single stone. So what I'm going to do is take the shirt that I'm planning to use, and since this is brand new KTM Mask like it has not been used before. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna go and just unsticky it a bit. So I'm just gonna put it on the shirt and then take it off and then put it on the shirt just to remove some of the stickiness, because once I try to pick those stones up, it could be disastrous. So do it about 3 or 4 times and that should help. Now I'm going to move the shirt. All right, I have my other 2 pieces, and thank goodness for my daughter because she helped me to remove all of those flock dots. And I'm just going to, I'll just put it up here. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And I'm going to use the other color, which was the Jonquil AB. And we're going to see how this looks together. We are going to see how this is going to look together. All right, Eve always says, commit, don't quit, and I'm going to do my best. Now, this transfer tape is very sticky, this KTM Mask, and it's almost like the rhinestones want to jump up to the transfer tape, so it's best to just try to do it fast using the taco method. I'm going to do it as fast as I can and hope I don't mess this up because that was a lot of rhinestones. Pretty good. I did pretty good. I did pretty good. Very proud of myself. Very proud of myself. All right. Let's move over to the heat press. Now, let me just go over this quickly with my brayer to make sure that all of the stones are stuck to this tape. Now, I'm going over lightly. I'm not going over it heavy at all. Going over it very lightly. All right, and I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna go over to the heat press. Let's move over to the heat press. The recommended pressing setting is right here on the box. It says, for best results, apply with heat press at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 seconds. I'm going to do 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds because sometimes I don't follow the rules, okay? So while my heat press is reaching 350 degrees, I am going to do a quick, get a quick crease down the middle of my shirt. Just quickly. Probably release some of that pressure. Crease down the middle. Now, Patrice always says that you should lint roll because there might be something on your shirt that you can't see. So I'm going to grab my lint roller and I am going to actually lint roll this cotton shirt. It's going to be amazing. I can feel it. I never lint roll. Even when I'm using polyester and I'm supposed to, I always forget. Let me move this out of the way and get this removed from this flock, and I'll bring it over here to the shirt. All right, I have my first layer. I'm just gonna place it on the shirt very carefully. And it already looks amazing. OMG. Now I'm gonna grab my Teflon sheet and I'm gonna place this on top and press this for 15 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and peel it. That looks fantastic. I see one that did not stick right there. It still did not stick, so I will have to probably do that one individually. It's always one. Two, which is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so there are two that I have to replace, but so far so good. Here's the bottom layer of 4 extra because I wasn't sure if I put rated at the top in the exact right place. So just separated it. This looks good. This looks really, really good. Just got to get those two from Dorado. It's my two Arbor Dorados that didn't stick. Let's see this. This is looking really, really good. Fantastic. I'm going to use this same piece of transfer tape right here at the top on those two Arm Dorado. Now press this again. Okay, now I'm going to grab my last layer, which is the one that says rated. All right, I'm going to grab my Teflon sheet. This looks so good. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know the camera is not going to do it justice, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Look at this. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous this is. Look at how, I love it. I know that there were a lot of, challenges with this project, but hopefully my challenges will help you when you get ready to make this project. Head right on over to Marilyn's Etsy shop. Remember, it's Marilyn's Merce with no H at the end, and you will be able to find this template, and I'm sure you will love it as much as I do. If you found this tutorial helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.